of a woman just singing the blues, heard the radio telling the news. Said the big red army took 100 towns and allies, dropping them 2-ton bombs. Started hollering, yelling, dancing up and down like a bullfrog. Doorbell rung and in come a man, assigned my name. I got a telegram. Said if you want to take a vacation trip, got a dishwashing job on a Liberty ship. Woman a-crying, me a-flying, out the door and down the line. About 2 minutes, or run 10 blocks, I come to my ship down at the dock. Walked up the plank and I signed my name. Blowed that whistle and was gone again. Right on out and down the stream. Ships dispersed, my eye could see. Woman waiting. Ship loaded down with TNT, all out across the rolling sea. Stood on the deck, watched the fishes swim. I was praying them fish wasn't made out of tin. Sharks, porpoises, jelly beans, rainbow trouts, mud cats, gewgaws, all over that water. This convoy's the biggest I ever did see. It stretches all the way out across the sea, and the ships blow the whistles and the ringer bells. Gonna blow them fascists all to hell. Win some freedom, liberty, stuff like that. Walked to the tail and stood on the stern, looking at the big brass screw blade turn. Listened to the sound of the engine pound. Gained 16 feet every time went around. Getting closer and closer. Look out, you fascists. I'm just one of the merchant crew. I belong to the union called the NMU. I'm a union man from head to toe. I'm USA and CIO. Fighting out here on the waters to win some freedom on the land. Well, the world has 7 wonders that the travelers always tell. Some gardens and some towers, I guess you know them well. But now the greatest wonder is in Uncle Sam's fair land. It's that King Columbia River and the big Grand Coulee Dam. She heads up the Canadian Rockies where the rippling waters glide. Comes a-rumbling down the canyon to meet that salted tide of the wide Pacific Ocean where the sun sets in the west. And the big Grand Coulee country in the land I love the best. In the misty crystal glitter of that wild and windward spray, men have fought the pounding waters and met a watery grave. Well, she tore their boats to splinters, but she gave men dreams to dream of the day the Coulee Dam would cross that wild and wasted stream. Uncle Sam took up the challenge in the year of '33 for the farmer and the factory and all of you and me. He said, roll along Columbia, you can ramble to the sea, but a river while you're rambling, you can do some work for me. Now in Washington and Oregon, you hear the factories hum, making chrome and making manganese and light aluminum. And there roars a flying fortress now to fight for Uncle Sam. Spawned upon the King Columbia by the big Grand Coulee Dam. In the misty crystal glitter of that wild and windward spray, men have fought the pounding waters, they met a watery grave. Well, she tore their boats to splinters, but she gave men dreams to dream of the day the Cooley Dam would cross that wild and wasted stream. Come all of you cowboys all over this land, I'll teach you the law of the ranger's command. To hold a 6-shooter and never to run, as long as there's bullets in both of your guns. I met a fair maiden whose name I don't know. I asked her to the roundup, with me would she go? She said she'd go with me to the cold roundup and drank that hard liquor from the cold bitter cup. We started for the canyon in the fall of the year, expecting to get there with a herd of fat steer. And the rustlers broke on us in the dead hours of night. She rose from her warm bed, a battle to fight. She rose from her warm bed with a gun in each hand, said, come all of you cowboys and fight for your land. Come all of you cowboys and don't ever run, as long as there's bullets in both of your guns. It was late last night when the boss come home, is asking about his lady. The only answer he received, she's gone with the Gypsy Davy, gone with the Gypsy Dave. Go saddle for me my buckskin horse and $100 saddle. Point out to me their wagon tracks, and after them I'll travel, after them I'll ride. Well, I had not rode till the midnight moon, till I saw the campfire gleaming. I heard the notes of the big guitar and the voice of the gypsy singing that song of the Gypsy Dave. There in the light of the campling fire, saw her fair face beaming, her heart in tune with the big guitar and the voice of the gypsy singing that song of the Gypsy Dave. Have you forsaken your house and home? Have you forsaken your baby? Have you forsaken your husband dear to go with the Gypsy Davy and sing with the Gypsy Dave that song of the Gypsy Dave? Yes, I've forsaken my husband dear to go with the Gypsy Davy, and I've forsaken my mansion high, but not my blue-eyed baby, not my blue-eyed babe. She smiled to leave her husband dear and go with the gypsy Davy, but the tears coming trickling down her cheeks to think of the blue-eyed baby, pretty little blue-eyed babe. Take off your buckskin gloves made of Spanish leather. Give to me your lily white hand, we'll ride back home together, and we'll ride home again. No, I won't take off the buckskin gloves, they're made of Spanish leather. I'll go my way from day to day and sing with the Gypsy Davy, that song of the Gypsy Davy, that song of the Gypsy Davy, that song of the Gypsy Davy. Jesus Christ was a man that traveled through the land, hard-working man and brave. He said to the rich, give your goods to the poor, so they laid Jesus Christ in his grave. Yes, Jesus was a man, a carpenter by hand, his followers true and brave. One dirty coward called Judas Iscariot has laid poor Jesus in his grave. He went to the preacher, he went to the sheriff, told them all the same, sell all of your jewelry and give it to the poor, so they laid Jesus Christ in his grave. When Jesus come to town, the working folks around believed what he did say. The bankers and the preachers, they nailed him on a cross, and they laid Jesus Christ in his grave. Now the working people followed him around, sang and shouted gay, but the cops and soldiers nailed him in the air, and they laid Jesus Christ in his grave. Well, the people held their breath when they heard about his death. Everybody wondered why. It was the landlord and the soldiers that he hired to nail Jesus Christ in the sky. This song was made in New York City of rich mans and preachers and slaves. If Jesus was to preach like he preached in Galilee, they would lay Jesus Christ in his grave. Yes, Jesus was a man and a carpenter by hand, his followers true and brave. One dirty coward called Judas Iscariot has laid poor Jesus in his grave. I was standing down in New York town one day, standing down in New York town one day. I was standing down in New York town one day, singing hey, 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 hey. I was broke, I didn't have a dime. I was broke, I didn't have a dime. Yes, sir, I was broke, I didn't have a dime. Singing hey, 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 hey. Every good man gets a little hard luck sometime. Every good man gets a little hard luck sometime. Every good man gets a little hard luck sometime. Singing hey, 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 hey. down and out. He ain't got a dime. Down and out, and he ain't got a dime. Gets down and out, and he ain't got a dime. Singing hey, 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 hey. I'm gonna ride that new morning railroad. I'm gonna ride that new morning train. Yes, sir, I'm gonna ride that new morning train. Singing hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Ho, 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 ho. Sing it. Ho, 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 ho. Hey, 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 hey. Never coming back to this man's town again. Never coming back to this man's town again. Never coming back to this man's town again. Singing hey.